let me thank ICANN in a special way. Thank you for inviting me to this very important honor that we are giving to our late Doyen. Thank you. And I want to thank Deloitte, and I will use Folari, the CEO of Deloitte, as point of contact. Just like what I said, thank you for keeping the flag flying. I'm sure Baba will be very proud of what is happening now. And let me say, without maybe repeating all what others have said about Baba Akitola Williams, leaders of leaders that is very selfless, leaders that has transformed a lot of people, leaders that is very innovative, leaders that people can trust, leaders that have integrity, leaders, just like Baba said, Omoluabi leader from a very rich pedigree and parentage. So thank you for inviting me. Now, having listened to Folari, I will say that what he has tried to do is to show what leadership has been. Leadership yesterday, leadership today, and what leadership will be in future. So, let me say something about leadership. Leadership is everything. Just like Professor Jeka said, either in our homes, in our various activity organizations and what have you, but where it is most felt, it is in governance. If you like, say, politics or public offices, that is where it is felt. Failure of leadership at that level will collapse everything. Clearly, our problem in Nigeria, and I'm happy Baba will oblige me this. I want to crave your indulgence because I just want to speak from the heart, and Shivemeka Yanku that is here. Our problem in Nigeria is just leadership. Nothing else is leadership. Because when you get it right at that level, every other thing will fall in line. Leaders that can be trusted, leaders that people will believe in, leaders that people will know this is a selfless leader. This is somebody that we can believe. Leaders that will say, do what I do and not what I say. Leaders that will lead from the front. Leaders that people will come to respect. And once you earn that respect, once you earn that selflessness, people know that, oh, this is a true leader. You won't believe it. They will follow you effortlessly. You'll be able to push them, be able to drive them. If you have this vision, however brilliant your vision may be, however good you may be, if you lack that integrity, if you lack that trust from the people that you are governing, nothing will happen. And that is why everything and anything we can do to continue to teach, particularly our young ones, about leadership and the importance of leadership, we will not get it right. I remember that I will just try to give practical examples. I remember that in 1982-83, when I went to serve in Makurdi, it was Nigeria Airways that I flew. Indeed, as a young student, they take us to the airport to see. Just like you are landing in Dubai today, you will see fleets of Nigerian Airways. Then you begin to ask yourself, how did we drop the ball? Is it not the same Nigeria? That we have leaders in those days where everything seems to be working. People will say it's our population. Don't other climes that have population, are they not doing well? Is China doing well? Is India not doing well? I can continue and on like that. It is about the leaders that we have. What has happened to all of those airplanes that I talked about in this same Nigeria? Growing up, this is not the way Nigeria was. No. And just look at where we are now. It is nothing else but leadership. When you don't have selfless leaders, leaders that will look you in the face and say, this is where I'm going, and everybody will follow. I'm not here to probably sing the praise of anybody here and probably Baba Obasanjo. No. But you could see that they are leaders, leaders that you will see they are combatively in charge. They know what they want and they will go for it. And people will believe them when they know that, oh, these are true leaders, these are selfless leaders, these are leaders that aren't thinking about themselves alone. Look at Baba Akitola Williams. Of course, I'm not close to him. I only got to know him. when I became governor. Of course, in my attempt, in my attitude, I go to all the stakeholders of Ogun State. And I met with him. I said, Governor, with his deep voice, he said, oh, thank you for... And he said, the next time you are doing your budget, I'll be there to come and see what you are doing. And lo and behold, he kept that word. That is what leadership is all about. He will come to Abeokuta even when it's not convenient for him to so do. At his very old age, after some time, he will come and sleep over. And just like what Folarin said, one day he came, he slept over, and I said, Baba, when it is 4 o'clock rest, we'll come and see you. I left my office exactly 4 o'clock. I got to the place around maybe 5 after 4. He said, Governor, you are late. I said, I'm sorry, sir. The following morning, he was there waiting. Immediately when we finished budget, he said he wanted to have a word with me. He looked at it and said, how are you going to generate this? Are you borrowing? You could see that still at that age, he's still mentoring me. He's still giving instruction. He was in charge. Absolutely. And I said, thank you, sir. And I explained to him. And he promised that the following year he would come. And he came. He attended 5 of our budget presentations. You could see determination. You could see selflessness that, oh, I want to attend. And he came, he told me that he wanted to do something that a sister of him is doing something. What are they doing? They are establishing old people home. I challenged myself, Baba, I don't believe in this. This is not the way, this is not part of our culture, that we are going to go and lock our old ones somewhere. He said, well, not every one of us can afford what I'm talking about. There are thousands of people there that they don't have opportunity when they are old to have a place to stay. You could see another personality in him, caring for others. That is by Ketola Williams. But if you come back home to this, our Nigeria, in 1991, I was marooned, stranded in Dubai. Just like what happened to us in Nigeria now. If you now just go to maybe Kwara, Akwa Ibom, wherever, when you fly there in the morning, you go for a program, you have to necessarily sleep over because the flight will just come, leave, you have to come the following day. That's what happened to me in Dubai in 1991. We were there, second day, we were waiting for plane, the third day we left. Look at what is happening in Dubai today. It is all about leadership. It is. I heard when Ezekwesili was speaking about, was it Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew? We can talk about Malaysia. We can talk about the UAE that we talk, but we can even use our Nigeria as an example. So a system in this, our Nigeria. Somebody was joking today. He said, oh, we have to thank people that bought fuel at 8.95. What is wrong with us? Why will it be difficult for government to say that in 3 years, refinery must work? If the old one, we cannot maintain it, of course, it's been demonstrated. How can we not have Nigeria as in Nigeria? It is all about leadership. But it's not just leadership, will not just jump there and come down. No. It is what every one of us do. And Dr. Degas spoke to maybe how do we even get to this leadership that we are talking about. I am corporate too because I've had the opportunity. I've had the opportunity to lead. But I can say this, and I'm sure that's what I'm saying, that whatever Mr. A, whatever you do, whatever Mr. B does, once people have confidence in what you are doing, they will follow you. I came, I said, oh, I want to do this. The way our cities is not good. Let us begin to at least give us some kind of facelift. I started going around. And I have to thank Baba here. Thank you very much. I got there. Everybody was afraid. Nobody can go and mark Baba Obasanjo's house. Nobody. We had ESCO meeting. They said, don't go there. Institution, don't go. I said, okay, no problems. I went to Baba that we want to start so. He said, go ahead. So I went there. We demolished his fence. We demolished part of his building. Not just one, about 2, 3. So before going to his own, I went to mine. About 5, our ancestral home, everything, my family place, we demolished. It got to a stage that I asked whoever, if Baba Obasanjo can obey the law, who the hell are you that will not obey? It's for the good of all, not just for one person. And I'm happy today. Baba will even call me and say, I want to take one thing away from that. I want all of us to take this away from what I want to say. People are now on their own, removing their roofs. Because it's, Amosun is coming to do it. I will now have to go and be saying, please, don't, it's not your turn yet. Don't remove, don't remove. Nobody gave me any problems. It is because they have that trust in me. When we came, they said people were stealing. They were doing this, they were doing that. I said, no problems. When they see that I'm not stealing, everybody will follow suit. And to the glory of God, when people say this, say that, during our time, Ogun State became the industrial capital of Nigeria. President Jonathan came 5 times to commission different industries. We moved our IGR from 720 million that I met monthly to 7.4 billion within 8 years when we were living. It means once people believe in what you are doing, everybody will follow suit. Everybody will be with you. Can you imagine a scenario where as a nation, we still find it difficult? And you begin to ask yourself, what is wrong with us as a nation? What is wrong with us? It is all about leadership. Once we get the right leaders, of course, it wasn't as bad as it is now. Things are getting bad gradually, getting bad gradually, getting bad gradually. By the time we come, and I pray that in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, we will not come back and be saying the same thing. But I'm comforted with something. 1, I'm an incurable optimist. 2, I know that these, our millennials and this Gen Z, they will drive all of us out. If we continue with what we are doing, they will not, no, they will not. All the money we are spending on them, you send them to this. Look at everybody every day. People leave. They leave. They are leaving Nigeria. At some point, I said, no, this is not good for us as a nation. And gradually it's happening. So if care is not taken, very soon, they will go after all of us. And they will drive us away. And when they do that, of course, we will have ourselves, and I'm sure that we will have a better Nigeria. It will not just be, everything can go. No. You know the way they do things now. When we are in politics, if you go to campaign in one place today, the 3rd day, they will not even know you've been there. People will be telling themselves, I need to get out. Now, even before you leave your house, at the touch of a button, you know what technology has done. Everybody is aware. So there's no hiding place for us anymore. People are ready for us, particularly the younger ones. And they will use their votes at the appropriate time to say if you people cannot shape in, then they will shape us out. And I'm sure very soon we will do the right thing so that at least these our fears, of course, well-founded one at that, people will begin to see that, this is what we should do, this is what we should do. In those days, you can sit down and say, Baba Sokwe, that is the kind of leadership. Somebody will be there taking authority of everything, like a commander, like a manager, just like what he said. But these days, it's not like that anymore. No. You can't even tell them that they will tell you, they will challenge you. No. Even at the touch of body, so it's not like that. This is the way it is. So you have to now sit down with them. Let them know. It will be you have to collaborate. Let them, you will explain what you are doing to them. You will have to carry them along. And that's why nobody can tell them anything. They will not. So the way leadership was then is different now. And the way it's going to be tomorrow is different from what it is today. Clearly now, all that we are saying now, as I'm speaking here, you know what I know. In the state, everybody is watching. If it is being live streamed, everybody's watching it. So the time that we can begin to dodge, the time we can begin to hide some things, is over. Somebody came here now and said, Baba, thank you for giving us GSM. It's true. Because now, everybody knows what is happening. And COVID, just like you said, opened our eyes widely. During those times, leaders will come and say, I must see all of you, I must do this. It's not even happening anymore. You will see people with new normal. People who work from home, virtual meetings. We just saw one now, at least. Obi just join us virtually. It may be in the state for crying out for, nobody knows. And that is what things are changing. And we must begin to change with the system. Now they've talked about, how do even we governors, everybody, politicians get in? Of course. They said the procedure is suspect, is this, is that. But for me, yes, let it even happen. But when we get there, if you want to do the right thing and we have the right attitude, the right integrity, people will trust us and we'll get it we will get it right. When we begin to put the right peg in right hole, and I'm not holding forth for Baba, of course, it's a pan-African, pan-Nigeria, pan-everything. It will work with anybody. I don't need to know you. It will just be, you can do the job, meritocracy, and you get the job. Whether you are from this, whether you are from that, it will not matter where you are from. And when you get the right people in the right position, of course, we will develop. So, for me, I think when you look at the paper, this is what we know. Nigeria is not bereft of ideas, so we have best brains. Indeed, look at what happened to us. We went to Olympics, no, not one single medal. Just wait for it. About 4 or 5 or 6 of people that are Nigerian, some of them left from here when they felt that, oh, the way they are treating us is not good, no facility, this, that. And they got medal, gold, silver for other nations. So what does that tell you? It tells you that something is abysmally wrong with our system. Yes, just like what I said, I am not saying, oh, I am not part of it. No, I've been part of it. I am still part of it. But we should learn and take corrections, take lessons. That the way we are going, people are suffering. That is the truth. Yes, people are going through hell. So I pray that the next time we are going to be meeting, particularly talking in the memory of this great man, we will say, oh, thank God, we have now created probably a leadership institute or something that even in all our schools, people will know this is the importance of maybe when we have good leaders. For me, Nigeria will get there. We are going to get there, clearly. We will. Just if there is no car that is not here. We do not have a leader that will say, wait a minute, Toyota, if you fail to come and assemble here within the next 3 years, your cars will not come to Nigeria again. They will have to. If you need to subsidize, we will subsidize. Mercedes-Benz, if you are not having a plant here in the next 3 years, of course. I think the way we are going, Nigeria will need what I call a disruptor, a benevolent one. That's what I pray for, so that at least we will get to where we should. But I know that all is not lost. Trust me, all is not lost. We will get there. And yes, people may be saying, this is not Nigeria that we pray for, but gradually we'll get to that Nigeria that we all desire. Thank you very much.